Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing a new project. I am doing Shining Force 3 in its entirety. Um, Now, I did actually start the first 15 minutes, but my commentary messed up, so that's why I'm actually going to bypass the cutscene. Okay, Shining Force 3 Scenario 1, the Titan of Asgard. Now, forgive me if you guys see like a little mess up where you'll see CD risk error scroll across the top of the screen, and then you'll see like coding and a timer, because these games were patched off of the Japanese versions, and I'm running a unlogger to read them even though they're patched. So there might be some slight mess up, but that won't affect the playthrough in any way. There'll just be a couple weird things scrolling across the screen. So let's begin. Oh, it's you, Fee, playing your tricks again? You startled me. Fee, are you sure this is the one we're looking for? Yes, I think I'm pretty sure this one can do the job. I hope you're right. There's much to be done. Forgive us, child. I don't doubt your abilities, but the fate of many lives hangs in the balance. Didn't Fee explain the situation to you? The search took so long, well, there wasn't enough time. No time to explain now either. However, I can allow you to name the three heroes as you wish. Although he is honest and full of kindness during times of physical conflict, the fury of this man's soul burns hotter and hotter as he releases the savageness of a tiger. He shall be named Symbios. Is his name okay? Yes. A brilliant man with a never-failing composure and an iron will that can't be swayed by emotions. He fights like a dragon and slices through the battlefield like the wind. He shall be named Meeting. Is this okay? Yes. He rises above all others with his strong spirit, or carries with him a sorrow, a past full of sadness. Once released of this sorrow, his soul will soar as he becomes a wolf with sharp and virtuous fangs. He shall be named Julian. Yes. It is time for you to go now. Fare thee well, Symbios. Preparations have been made. You will know what to do. And, Shining Force 3 was the first to come out on the Sega Saturn. Chapter 1, Nightmare in the Floating City of Cereban. And, they actually made a prequel to this, Shining the Holy Ark, which tells the story between the Vandals and the Innovators, and you actually see Julian as a small child in one of the towns. But we'll get a deeper look into the Vandals and Innovators as the game goes on. Now, this game was broken up into 3 parts because there is certain things that there are decisions that I'll be making in Scenario 1 and that will impact the other scenarios, as well as decisions I make in Scenario 2. Like, for instance, if I let somebody die in this scenario, then someone else may not join Median's army in Scenario 2. Or something may not happen in Scenario 3. And I'll actually show you guys the decision points within this game. One of them is going to happen fairly soon. Okay, but the story's about to begin. Now, this part is pretty long-winded, so I'm actually just gonna let this part play out. Okay, so we've got a bunch of people talking about the Empire. Okay, so we've got Brutus, Edmund, and Tybalt. And apparently the Empire invaded, the Empire invaded somewhere, and it was Tybalt's fault. And I'll leave the text on screen for a little bit. Okay, so they're part of the Republic. And Tybalt called for aid in Barand at some point, and apparently that was a very bad idea, because now the Empire has occupied Barand, which is part of the Republic. It's probably just on the Republic Empire line. Okay, and we have yet another character entering the room. And this one is Benetram. Okay, so our main character, Symbios, apparently his father's health is not very well, and he sent us in his stead. Okay, and they were talking about a general of theirs, Varlant, and apparently he's not suited for delicate negotiations. Now, each of the three scenarios, like Symbios isn't saying anything, but when we have contact between Symbios and Median, you'll be able to hear the story from both sides. Like when you're playing as Median, Median won't say anything, but Symbios will. Okay, now I'm actually pulling up a guide because there's tons of items that can be found. Okay, so Benetram has heard of these masked monks, and these masked monks are talking about bringing a new order. So in this game, okay, we have someone else entering. Elbesum, in whatever universe, would be considered would be considered God or the highest of innovators, and there's another one that is considered the highest of the evil side, and they're known as the Vandals, but you guys will get to know more about that. Okay, so an official just entered the room, and he's invited Emperor Domeric and benetram, the King of the Republic, to a informal gathering. Tybalt thinks that's a bad idea to get all the officials out of the room. Okay. Alright. So, Tybalt wanted to go because he's the offended party, but benetram says that's a bad idea. With his emotions running high, he might unfortunately do something stupid, which I can't help but agree with. I would totally not send him, since it was his fault asking the Empire for aid, and Baran is now under... They've got troops stationed there. Kind of like the military, you make the mistake of asking the military for aid, and then they get a foothold somewhere that you actually didn't want them, and then they stick their feet in, and then shit just becomes a bad idea from there. Not long ago, during a British skirmish, she fought brilliantly against us. Okay, so they're talking about Sir Campbell. Okay, let's see. Okay, now, what I said about certain things affecting each scenarios. Okay, Danteras the Knight has joined the force. Now there is a vase, or I think it just looks like a plant. Now there are going to be certain... Let's look at the shelf. 10 coins. Is it this one? Yep. Healing drop. Okay, the healing drop, we're not going to need that for quite a while, because that heals like 30 HP, and please don't leave me behind. Okay, so we've got someone else. Is that you, Grace? So, where is Masquerade? That little minx. She's afraid she'll be scolded and is curled up hiding somewhere. She got me in trouble in the middle of the conference. She peeked through the window. Oh, please, I beg you to forgive her. She regrets what she did. Please don't ask that of me, my lord. If I let Masquerade off so easily, it would not be good for her. Since Lord Symbios insists, I'll let her off with a warning this time. You can come out now, Masquerade. Sir Danteras says he'll forgive you. I'll probably be switching back between Danteras and Danteras, because the two are pretty interchangeable. I didn't mean to upset anyone. Masquerade, what am I to do with you? What is this? Flowers? Is this an apology? The messenger gave them to me earlier, and presenting them to you is my way of saying I'm sorry for what happened. You think this qualifies as an apology? Would you like some too, Lord Symbios? Ahem. Oh wait, I think this is... he's inner monologuing. Or he's shouting. Alright, so we got cut flowers. Yes, what were you saying? Oh, never mind. Due to King Benetram's generosity, we get to take in the sights of Sarabond. let's not waste any more time. Ascarin the Magician and Grace the Priest have joined the Force. Okay, so I have my 4 beginning Force members, like in every Shining Force game. Okay, so there should be a potion. In here. Oh my! There's some amazing underwear in here. Okay. Alright, so, now, I'm actually going to leave the mithril in this town behind because, the first game, you don't get there's a very rare item in the start of the 3rd scenario called Orichalcum, and they make the most ridiculously damaging weapons. But unfortunately for the first 2 scenarios, we only have mithril. My force is going to have way more than the 12 pieces needed for my main force come the end of the game, so I'm actually going to leave behind a... there's the potion. I'm going to leave the mithril behind for Median's force, so that they've got a little bit of better start. And the good thing about this game is that you actually get the benefit of being able to having a storage right when the game starts, where unfortunately you had to literally sit there and wait. What's in the barracks? 5 gold pieces? You had to sit and wait in Shining Force 2. You had to beat Talos, which he was a retardedly hard boss just to gain the caravan, which gave you the ability to stash items. So I'm really glad that Sega decided, hey, you know what, we'll be good, and, okay, now, Garrosh. I was born in a poor village in the Republic. I ran away with my brothers in search of a better life and joined the Saraban Guard. Now I'm healthy, wealthy, and happy. Okay, so the first, decision is going to be in battle number 2. You can choose to let, hopefully this isn't the engineer's house. You can choose to let Garrosh, be killed, or you can save him. Now, depending on what you do, that actually... health bread. In a house next to tavern. Yeah, depending on if you let Garrosh live or die, either he will join Median's force in one of the later chapters, and his brother will become an enemy, or his brother will find out that he was killed, and his brother will join you. His brother is a brass gunner instead of an archer, and I believe the brass gunners have higher defense. Alright, I just want to make sure that I don't... drop potion, 5 gold. A barrel in the item shop. Yeah, so you're gonna find a bunch of stuff in barrels and boxes, so you want to inspect everything. Yeah, the only thing I want to leave behind... only thing I want to leave behind is the mithril. I'll grab the Health bread. Okay. We've got all the coins. Fortunately, I have no idea which house is the engineers, so I do not want to. Alright, well, it's in a crate, so I'm gonna just... leave that be. Okay, here's the weapon shop, but fortunately we can't buy anything due to the peace negotiations. Weapons are not going to be sold. There's the church. Okay, and we have a character up here doing his laundry, and this is a throwback to Shining Force 2. I'm not a coward, I just grew tired of making a living killing people. I'm making ends meet by doing laundry, and I found it's not a bad alternative. Do you agree? Sure, yeah, I agree. Thanks for agreeing, however, you haven't seen nearly enough battle experience to truly understand. I look forward to your answer after many more battles. Okay, so unfortunately Symbios never meets Arthur. Median does, though. And Arthur actually joins Median's force. Okay, house next to tavern for the healing drop. Ah, health bread. Okay, there it is. Found the health bread. I will pick that up. There we go. Okay, now we will, I'll actually save the game before I, initiate the talk with Median. Record of adventure, new, and I'm going to put it on the system. Okay, so let's go where we're not supposed to be. And we're in the Imperial camp. Stop, Republican soldiers. This is looking rather grim, Grace. Okay, so the darkened letters is them. What's so grim about it, Republican soldiers? Okay. I think we've come to a bad place. I think we should turn around now. Okay, the four of us... Oh no, wait a second. You people must be spies. Do you think we'd let spies escape so easily? You come to the Imperial District, and you think you can get away with it? I think we need to beat some sense into your thick skulls. Hey, I don't like your tone. Are you challenging us? You actually think you're worthy enough to fight us? Ha! You think you can fight us on our own turf and still win? There's only one way to find out. Prepare to learn how hard it is to win a battle when you've lost an armor town. Okay, there's 4 of us, and there's 4 in front. Alright, hold it right there. And I think there was like 3 more behind us. There's no way we could have won this fight, even against 4 of them. You must be Sir Campbell of the Empire. And I believe you are the Emperor's son, Prince. Yes, I'm Median. That gentleman over there is Sir Dunter's. Some say he is even stronger than I. Even stronger than Sir Campbell? Boy, did we pick the wrong guy to pick a fight with. I won't try to stop you, but if I were you, I wouldn't fight him. So, what will you do? Well, it seems you've been quite rude to these people. I wonder if they will forgive you. And now Campbell's got the Imperial soldiers crapping themselves. Because he's talking us up. Saying, I wouldn't fight them if I were you. Alright, so they're turning tail and running. Your timely arrival saved us some unpleasantness. Don't mention it. We simply spared a few Imperial soldiers' lives. So now, even though I'm not saying anything in Symbios, but Median is, it is we, the Imperial Army, who should apologize to you for acting so rudely. Now, when Median doesn't say anything at this point, Symbios will be saying things when I'm playing as Median. If we keep going on like this with formalities, we'll be here all day. I saw you fight in the battle at the border a while back, Sir Dunter's. I don't look forward to facing you on the battlefield anytime soon. I was about to say the same thing, Sir Campbell. Your reputation in battle precedes you. Is the person next to you by any chance Lord Symbios, the son of Lord Conrad, the great general? So now we have laryngitis again. Your father is still considered a hero, even in the Empire. So you are his son. It can't just be a coincidence we have met here like this. Coincidence? Possibly. To tell you the truth, we're investigating some masked monks. Masked monks? Uh-oh. Oh, what's going on? I see now. Those explosives were to be used for this attack. Well, that much is obvious. However, for what reason? We don't know what those monks are after, but for the moment, we should return to our respective camps and assess the damage. Lord Symbios, we must head back. The timing is unfortunate. I think we have much in common. Let's be sure to continue our conversation when we have the chance. Okay, so Prince Median is leaving. Let's hurry back to our headquarters, and we're doing the same. Alrighty, guys, and I will actually see you guys on the next episode. So, until then, guys,